held here at Harcourts, Wantirna and Wantirna South. By way of introduction, my name is Harry Lee. On behalf of our owners tonight and of course the good team here at Harcourts, Wantirna, it is our pleasure in welcoming you all as participants of the auction for the wonderful auctions that we do present to you. Three very fine properties indeed. Certainly I wish you the best of luck if you're in your endeavours. For those of you, of course, with ambitions of buying and becoming a new home owner, once again, good luck. Just remember, both myself and the rest of the team, we're here to help you. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to speak with them. They will be more than glad to lend a hand. But before we do commence the bidding process, I will quickly cover the rules of the auction and run through the terms and conditions in which you will purchase tonight. Now, the auctions will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibits an auctioneer from accepting any bids or offers on a property after they've been knocked down to the successful bidder. Now, the vendors do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders. It prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide fines for this conduct. The rules do permit vendor bids. The words I will use during an auction to indicate I'll be making a bid on behalf of the owner are vendor bid, and by law only I, as your auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Now, made available for your perusal, been on display for the previous half an hour to 45 minutes. The contract of sales, section 32, I guess they've been readily available to you over recent weeks as well. I'm sure for those of you who have requested, you would have, I guess, taken a look at them, and I'll be taking your bidding as an understanding that you've read and understood all the terms and conditions. But the pertinent points just to remember when it comes to buying at auctions, that you do bid on an unconditional basis. There are no cooling off periods to apply, and of course a 10% is payable on settlement, with the balance due, 10% payable tonight I should say, and of course the balance due at settlement, which I'll let you know in due course for each and every single property. If you have any questions throughout tonight's proceedings, like I mentioned, feel free to speak with any of our helpful colleagues here. They're here to help you to bid, answer, of course, any, I guess, questions that you may have, but certainly, most importantly, they're here to help you get across the line when it comes to the business end of things. So without further ado, folks, I'm going to move straight towards our first property, of course, here at number 97B Raheen Avenue and Wantirna, and what an absolute stunner that we do present to you here. It's I guess, an 8-year young single-level home that you do not see that quite often within this wonderful prime pocket of Wantirna. Folks, of course, a lot of our homes that have been constructed have mainly been 3 decades, even closer to 4 decades old. Here, you're talking about less than a decade. You get to experience that young, modern lifestyle. Floor plan, very unique, certainly in terms of its setup as well, and being, of course, the type of driveway and block that we do have, very private and serene, which is exactly what you want when it comes to comfortable family living. 755 square meters, that land allotment there holds you in good stead when it comes to future capital growth, because we all know land you've got raising capital in time. You've got 4 living areas within the home itself, wonderful space for you to maneuver around, plenty of room for you to live together as a family, but certainly enough for you to be able to space out as well in those times where certainly you want that bit of privacy and serenity amongst the household. Open plan, you've got that zone master with his or her walk-in robe and large ensuite. Of course, being, I guess, quite flat as well, for those of you looking at maybe downsizing from a larger home, this is quite suitable too. You can, of course, maneuver around quite easily within this household. Of course, you can entertain guests, you can invite extra family members to stay as well. Certainly a very flexible property. You move in, nothing to do, as I mentioned, because it's an 8-year son, you've got a low maintenance, so you can really enjoy it and not have to worry about investing further for the near future ahead as well. Ducted heating, ducted cooling, all part of the home as well. So folks, really the only thing that is lacking is a new family to move in and enjoy for what our property has. So without further ado, I turn it over to you. In your hands now, I'm calling for an opening bid here for this prized property. Where shall we begin today? Name your figure. Where do we say go? 800,000. Welcome in, good luck, sir. A good starting off there at $800,000. Can I say we're joining in $25,000 on the advance, call it 8 1/4. At $800,000 winning bid, searching for 25s on the go. Surely should only be instinctive bidding now. Can I say 8 1/4? At $800,000 now, call it 825. Going once. At $800,000 going second call. 825. Welcome in, good luck, sir. Smart buying there. 825 and 50 if you will. At $825,000 calling for 8.5, surely, sir. Snatch it away, those sort of levels at 825. The winning bid now going once at $825 $825,000, searching for a near 25, calling second time. At $825,000, at 50 it is good move there. At 50 and 75 properly, sir. At $900,000, a strong bold move there. At $900,000 it is then. Happy to go quarters if you like, or 50s if you wish to follow suit. At $900,000 the lead, two of you win it now. At $900,000, call it for a gentle quarter going once. At $900,000 for 755 square meters of magic. Twice now. At $900,000, can I say an easy quarter, 925 is what I'm looking for. Third and final time. At $900,000, are we all done? Silent and finished at $900,000. Well, folks, just remember, crucially, you've got to understand that the highest bidder at an auction is always in the best position of purchase. Our owners are genuine, they're serious in selling today. If there is no high advance, there is a likelihood we'll talk with our highest bidder on a one-on-one basis, selling they'll get to trade with our owner's reserve price and subsequently be in the best position of purchase. At $900,000, I believe you should not even hesitate. Call it 925 now, we'll make it 9 1/4. At $900,000, winning offer going once, twice, third chance before it goes. At $900,000, are we all done? Finished? Are we happy to let it go at $900,000? 25. I'll have to accept the higher offer, sir. At $925,000 at 50. There we go. $950,000 properly there. A swift maneuver at 50 and 75 if you like. Three of you winners should only give you a bit of confidence. It confirms its value, the desirability, and 950 and 75 young couple. You can see yourselves living here for many happy years. At 950, can I say 3/4 now? At 9.5 now, going once, twice, and 950 going for 25, going third. And final call looks like it's yours, sir, at 950,000.
25.
At 75. At 975,000. We've got tens. You're tens, happy to work with you in tens. At 975, I'll just see tens anywhere in the crowd first. At 975, happy to go 20, tens if you like. I think a medium will be a better strategy. At 75 now, going once, twice, sir. Happy to go tens if you like. Third and final call. At 975, done. Signed and finished at 975, 10, 85, 95, and 95 it is there, $1,000,005 if you like. At $995,000, a 10 to edge in front at 995. The winning bid now, double 95, searching for 10 more things are heading up, 3 of you in it. At 995, call $1,005,000 going first time now. At $995,000, calling for the second time. At 995, don't let this chance slip through your fingers. A divine 8-year-old, 8-year young home at 995 going third. And
5,000.
At 5,000, would you call it 10? The team refused 5 earlier. Okay, M says no, so I have to go chance.
10.
I've been overruled. At 995, love to think you go on top with a further 10 to make it 1,005. At $995,000 now, love to think $1,005 going once. 995, second, third chance. At $995,000. Sorry? $1,005. But act quicker, sir, man. $1,015,000 if you like. At $1,005,000, given of course the land allotment, the beautiful young home, 4 living areas indeed. At $1,005,000. 15 if you like, at 1,005, looking for 10, sir, man, anything further from you, at $1,005,000, first call, at $1,005,000, second time, at 1,005, this is your time to squeeze, at 5,000, we said 5 earlier, they'll probably go 5 as well, so 10, sir, at $1,005,000, call 15, at $1,005,000, sorry, at 15, at 1,015 now, 25 if you like, at $1,015,000. Oh, let me just search for 10, sir, at $1,015,000, we'll call it 25. At 1,025 it is 10, because I say at $1,015,000 going once, at $1,015,000 it is 10, going for 10 further, second time, at $1,015,000 going third. And final time, at $1,015,000. I have to accept it now. 1,020,000, 1,020,000. Happy to go 5s if it goes easier, folks, to make it 1,025,000 insert. Happy for you to come back into the frame of things at 1,020 now. Can I say 1,025? At 1020, calling for a further 5. Not only the young home, but premium location that you're buying into at $1,020,000, up to think 25. At 1.02 now, call it a further 5, going once, twice. 5,500. 30. 30 instantly there. 35 if you like. 30 it is, call it 35. Given what we have, where we have it, the combination of size, modern lifestyle at $1,030,000, I would think it easily commands 1,035. At 1.03 it is there, sir, man. Love for you to jump straight back into proceedings. At $1,030,000 it goes. First second. Third final time at $1,030,000. Are we all done? Finished and going at 1.03. 35. Lady proceedings there, 1,035. 40. At 40 it is. A swift maneuver there, $1,040,000. Fives haven't appeared to be working at this stage. Surely maybe try a further 10 to make it 50. But at $1,040,000, can I say 1.05? Sorry? Very close there, $1,040,000, but you're in the best position, I can say that there. At $1,040,000, well, $1,050,000. What do you say now? At 1,040, this is your time to dig deep. At $1,040,000, done, going once. At 40 it is. Second call at $1,040,000. Third and final offering at $1,040,000. It is against you guys, surely. Go 5 more. We're so close. Finishing line inside at $1,040,000. Love to think 45 now at 1.04. Size of home, size of land, premium location. You will not find another like it at $1,040,000. Love to think 45. First, second, third, and final call at $1,040,000. Go for it, guys. 45. Yeah? 45. There we go. 50. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000, at 1.05 it is there, at $1,050,000, great news, sir, we are on the market and we sell away no better bid. At $1,050,000, we are officially on the market and we sell away no better advance tonight, folks. At 1.05, no better bid, we are unreserved and it does sell at 1.05 now. I know some of you like to still wait until you hear those words on the market before making your move. We are officially there, folks, at $1,050,000, 5,000. 1,051, an astute move there at 105.2. At 105.2 it is, then at 3 if you like. At $1,052,000, maybe try 55, sir. At 105.2 we do sell. Just remember, once the gap falls, it will be sold at 53.4. At 105.4 it is, then qualified, but at $1,054,000 we sell away. It goes once, twice. 54 we do sell, guys. 55. 55.6 at 56 it is then at $156,000. Gentleman knows value at 105.6. Love to think 60, but at $156,000 we are 100% selling, folks. At 105.6, first, second, third and final call at $1,060,000. Nice maneuver, 61. Edging in front at $1,061,000. Love to think 65 or 70, but at $1,061,000, a strong move for the keys there. But at 106.1, it does sell. Young couple, happy for you to come back in. At 106.1 it goes. First time now at $1,061,000. Surely commands just that little bit more. At 106.1, second call. Happy to go 1,000, guys. At $1,061,000, we sell away. No better bid, it goes for the third and final time at $1,061,000. Have we got your best? Anything further? No more? Okay, thank you so much. You've been fantastic. Good luck next time. Sir, man, it is against you as well. Anything more? At 106.1, just remember, even if you want to make it a late bid, late offer, we simply cannot accept it. Once the gavel falls here, once it does land, it will be sold. No bids will be taken at $1,500,000 at 61.5, 62. 62. At 1062 it is. At $1,062,000, smartly dressed man with a smart purchase at the moment. At $1,062,000, can I say 65? At 1062 it is then, or 500 just to take a slender lead. But at $1,062,000 it goes. Anyone else holding back? Going once. At $1,062,000 go. 165 at 165 and a half. At $65,500. At $65,500 is then call it 70. Make sure you leave nothing in the tank. At 165 and a half, we do go, we do sell. At $65,500, it's going once, twice. Third chance now at $1,065,500. Just a little bit further. You've gone all this way, surely. It deserves just a little bit more at $1,065,500. Sir, what do you say? Try another $500. Almost, are you sure? Alright, thank you so much as well. At $1,065,500, it goes once, twice, third and final call. We sell. So, congratulations. Congratulations to the winning buyers, to the underbidders. Thank you so much for your contributions and participation. Good luck next time, of course. Do stay with us. We've got two very fine properties still going for auction up ahead. Just bear with us for a few moments for the people coming in and out. Be with you shortly.